Okay. So along those lines, were you the type of guy then that had specific breakup CDs, or can you go back in your memory and just be like, think of a girl, breakup CD? You know, think of an ex, breakup CD?
Yeah, I'm definitely that way. But I almost think the more powerful songs are the songs that, like, you associate with, like, the formation. So when you first meet a girl, when you're interested in her, when you're trying to court her, or whatever you may call it, I think it's really interesting what music sticks to kind of that idea because, I don't know. Ideally, I don't know, I like having positive music or positive songs associated with the people that were important to me in my life. So, I don't know, that's my favorite part, going through and, you know, in a single night I can listen to 4 albums and kind of think through all my really serious relationships. I think that's pretty cool. Okay,
offhand, do you think you can tell me favorite breakup CD, favorite formation CD as we're currently going?
So favorite breakup CD, Dashboard Confessional, Places You Have Come to Fear the Most. No doubt in my mind. That was kind of helped by the fact that that's one of the better concerts I've seen ever. That was really, I saw him play live, just him and one other person, kind of acoustic, and he played through almost all those songs, and it was amazing, dynamite. As far as formation CDs or whatever you may call it, I'd probably go with Missy Higgins' The Sound of Light. That CD is great. I think Night Minds is one of the better songs that I've listened to in the last 10 years. It's I'm really, I don't know, a sucker for girl singers and girl music, so I think that one is pretty good for me. The other breakup one that is especially powerful is probably Death Cab for Cutie. I think, not sure exactly what song it is, but it was something off of Plans that was pretty special. So.
Okay. All right. Favorite female singer?
Currently or ever? Or both?
Let's do both. Give me ever first, and then let's go currently.
Currently, I'm really big into Florence and the Machine.
Good band.
Kiss with the Fist is such a fun song, and really that whole CD, Lungs or whatever, is great. Ever, that's a bit tougher. I would probably have to say Joni Mitchell. I think Blue is, I don't even know how to describe it in words. I actually just came onto the album more recently, but I don't know. It's kind of the basis for a lot of the other music I listen to, if I had to guess, so it's pretty powerful.
Okay, so if you had to form a super tandem, a super group duet, would it be Joni Mitchell and someone else, or?
Yeah.
Okay, Joni Mitchell and who then?
You know,
we'll say it has to be a guy, too.
Can I do Joni Mitchell and Max Bemis?
Okay.
And Joni Mitchell gets to write the music because Max has kind of lost his ability.
Okay.
I don't know. I love girl and guy duet songs. So like, the Postal Service has a song like that. The XX is definitely like that. Belle and Sebastian, all those bands. When you get a girl and guy together, it just adds so much. It can add so much potential meaning to music. So I really like that.
Okay. Yeah, think of some more questions here, music-wise.
They're all music-related. People are going to judge my taste.
That's okay. Isn't that what it's all about, getting judged for your music? Let's see. Feelings and thoughts on bar music in Iowa City. Club music.
So club music has its place and it's awesome. I love to dance. I have no problem with it. So I definitely spent my fair share of time at Fieldhouse, Jake's. Not so much Summit, but I don't know. I have no problem with playing, you know, the same 20, 30 songs a night, or kind of looping in what's popular now. I've got nothing against that. And I think that there's actually kind of a lot of cool stuff in some of that contemporary music, like Lady Gaga, Bad Romance, or even Poker Face, or whatever else. Or I don't know. That's just one example. But there's Kid Cudi, other stuff. There's good music that's played in bars. I think people kind of just are a little too snobby to listen to it. Okay.
All right, so I know there's that UI kind of study or joint effort going around about sampling, you know, hip-hop artist sampling, guys like RJD2, Wax Taylor, them who sample. Thoughts on sampling? Does it enhance music for you? Does it cloud music for you? Do you think it's wrong? Thoughts, comments, questions,
yeah, so
concerns?
I think that's one of the most interesting things happening, at least in the UI community as far as music goes. I've tried to follow that as best I can. Can't remember which professor it is, maybe Kimbrew or something like that, but that's a really sweet thing that's happening. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think all music borrows from each other anyway, whether it's, you know, kind of explicitly or implicitly. So it's really cool when an artist like RJD2 or Girl Talk or whoever else takes something and runs with it and makes it something new. It's definitely a fine line. It's kind of hard to quantify, you know, what is stealing, what is kind of expanding or borrowing. But I don't know. I think it's really cool. And one of my favorite things in music is when artists borrow either a lyric, like a single line, or kind of a melody from another song and then implant it into a new song and change the meaning. I think that's sweet.
Okay. All right, I'm jumping around a bit, but okay. So I'm sure you have, you know, a large iTunes library, or just general, all the things you listen to. Do you break up the music you listen to based on what you're doing, as in studying, working out, walking on campus, things like that, or is it just a mesh? Whatever comes on, comes on? I guess what I'm saying, are you a playlist guy, or are you a shuffle guy?
I'm far and away a playlist guy, so, you know, studying, I've got a list of 5 playlists. It's like you hit Explosions in the Sky and all those bands that, you know, don't say anything but have beautiful music. And then I really like, I don't know, it's cool when you just find a song that fits how you're feeling, but I don't know, I'm kind of super analytical, so I try to figure out how I'm feeling and then go look through my songs and try to find something that fits that moment. You know, I'm always walking around campus listening to music, so if I'm really upbeat, I'm going to find something upbeat and kind of be around bobbing my head and stuff like that. So.
Okay. We'll kind of end on this one, I guess, then.
Make it count.
Future of music, future of the recording industry. Comment on iTunes. Is that going to be the end-all, be-all? What do you feel about file sharing? Where do you think artists should be judged on their recorded music or how well they perform live? Things like that.
So many questions to take out of that. I think the first thing is music is universal. So I think any change in technology, any change in how things run, it might change how you hear it or what you hear, but you know, music is always going to be made, and I think good music is always going to be made as long as there's artists out there who want to make it. So the people who worry that, you know, the end of music is coming with mainstream radio or all this other stuff, I think that's kind of a weak cop-out for not finding the right stuff. As far as specifically what's going to happen with, you know, iTunes, digital music, all that, it's weird because it's kind of students and people in general have the opportunity to listen to anything they want now. You can hear about any band. You can search the bands you like and find hundreds and thousands of more that you want to see. So there's definitely more opportunity to listen to more music, but at the same time, that kind of crowds the market. So you only get to hear so much, or really how much time to dedicate to it. So it's an interesting trade-off, but I think in the long run, it's probably a good thing.
Okay, and then I guess the last one is, we started talking about this before on video, but what's the future for TC Lockhart?
The future for TC Lockhart is undecided. I have so many options, so many opportunities. No, I don't know. I mean, I hope it works out well. I kind of have the main goal set where, you know, I'd love to get a job in music in the next 10 years. It doesn't have to be right away, but at some point, if it's through accounting, if that's the best way to do it, so be it. I'd love to go to a big city for the first 10, 15 years of my life, and then kind of settle down in a nice town like Cedar Rapids or somewhere in Iowa. It's, you know, a really good place to raise a family. Definitely want to get married and raise a family, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be now. So that's on the long run. Got to preserve the legacy, create a Theodore Lockhart III. That's on my to-do list. I don't know, it'll be good. As far as specifics this next year, I don't know. We'll see. It'll work out.
Okay. Any message you want to send to people to read in the IMU blog? People are going to be watching this?
Yeah, so I think the thing to take away, if nothing else, don't worry about me, but Scope Productions, if you're really interested in music, you really want to work in music, you want to be around people who like music, you know, apply. Make every effort you can. Email me, TheodoreLockhart@gmail.com. Email Scope Productions, scope@uiowa.edu. And just do everything you can to get involved because, I don't know, Scope Productions kind of made my experience at the University of Iowa. So, you know, one of the biggest things I want to do is just make sure that other students get that opportunity if it fits what they're trying to do.
Excellent.